going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. Had a great time at the Firefly Music Festival, just getting my voice back, got a tan, had a good time. While I was gone, this went viral. Not sure who found it. It looked like the Paranormal Crucible was the one who got it to go viral. All sorts of stuff in this picture. This is the pyramid on Mars, or the capstone. In the video, they had said that they think it's about the size of a small car, which I think is probably a little bit smaller than that, but that's neither here nor there. What's not mentioned in a lot of this, made it on Fox News. This made it all over. Here's the I do it, I always clean up a little bit here, and here's the cleaned up version. There's stuff all over this picture, just like this whole area we've come across. There are some buried artifacts everywhere. Whatever happened on this planet totally destroyed it and left us all sorts of good stuff to see. So not only do we have, if you haven't seen this already, and I'm surprised if you're one of my subscribers, I'd be really surprised if you haven't seen this already. Just a very interesting, if anything, it looks like a block that's buried there. They say it's not a capstone or something like that. On this, there's a very interesting S mark or something too, which you can see in the enhancement. See it here in the black and white, you can see it a little bit better. Back here, you've also got something that seems to be an interesting piece. But now let me show you what's up. The really interesting part to me, after I saw this, was up here on the corner, the top left-hand corner. It looks like we have a section of a wall, more parts of a wall. There's a piece up here that seems to have some carvings into it, or some shapes cut into it at least, different color stones. But check this out. See how we've got, once again, like the Puma Punku cut type stones here that we see. We see this in other parts of the world too. And as I run through my spectrum in black and white, you can see it's there. And it just looks like it's ended up here, as always, Uncle Jake's Junkyard. This stuff is just thrown about everywhere. Here we've got some interesting pieces that seem to be, this stuff looks, this doesn't look natural to me, at least doesn't to me, and I've got about 500 videos, so I have been doing this for a while. If you're new to my videos, if you haven't been watching, some of the best stuff I think we've done is back in the older ones. As always, I show the original. Then we're going to get into some of this down here. Let me show you where you get this thing from. Here we go. Here it is right here. All you have to do is go to the description and check it below. It'll be in there. And then, like I said, this whole area seems to be interesting. It looks like dilapidated electronic or something that was just destroyed. Check out the markings in some of this stuff. Let me make this bigger for the screen. Look how some of this stuff comes around. You've got all these angles, all sorts of twists and turns in it. We're talking big stuff. This, and like I said, this is hitting major news now, so we're finally starting to push through with some of this. But I'm surprised they really didn't look at the whole picture as a whole. They just looked at that one piece right there, which that's kind of how it works. But check out down here as well. See how the stone changes. It looks like this is just parts of something. The more and more I looked at it, and like I said, when I was at the Firefly concert, it was awesome. Paul McCartney rocked house, I must say. He was his 73rd birthday that night. He opened up with "Say It's Your Birthday," and it was just a great concert. When this stuff was hitting pretty big, I just noticed so much more in it. Look at this hook shape feature right here, and up on top of these pieces here, it seems to have. Hopefully you guys can see that. Like they come up and around. They're almost like something on top of it, almost like a snake or something on top of it, but not. I'm thinking probably conduit or something along those lines. Who knows what this stuff was, and how intricate, and if it was electronics, if it was stone, we really don't know. All we know is we're looking at ruins on Mars, and the way we get it back from NASA, we get it back in this really ugly puke butterscotch color that comes back. Um, and this is what we get from it. And this is definitely has the shape of a capstone would. It looks like it was done by the hand of something. And especially when you start adding like the little enhancements to it, all around it seems to have some interesting pieces. And if this was maybe it doesn't have to be a pyramid. It just could just be we have them on Earth, just like in the video that the Paranormal Crucible showed. Monuments and things that are just in that little pyramid shape. So we'll never know. We'll never get a chance to actually get, dig up under here, but it's definitely interesting. And if you look behind it here, you can see that there's some intricate pieces behind it as well. And then down here to the right, you seem to have cut and work stones. See how this comes out? It's comes back down and around. Just, you know, who knows what it would have been for, or why it would have been cut in that area, and what else was attached to it at one time. That's what we're looking at, rubble. When I look at this stuff, I think of like the after 9/11, when we looked at the World Trade Centers, everything was just rubble. You know, if you look at pictures of, it's just horrible. After Hiroshima or Nagasaki, the devastation that was left behind, the twisted, just horrid destruction, looks like what happened on Mars more and more. Um, and we find more and more evidence that something happened up there. I'm leaning more towards like the Thunderbolt projects. Check this out. We almost have a perfect, like a plate type spear right there. And let's see if we can just take a look at that in black and white. See that there? Just kind of tucked up into there. Interesting stuff. Like I said, it's a whole world up there of interesting things to look at. Like I said, I've got so many videos. Just I think every time I pull up a picture or one of my buddies, I've got thousands of emails that warrant more videos so you guys can see. So I'm glad I got a nice little chance to get away. Um, and we're going to hit this thing running again. Like I said, I'm going to be putting up videos like I used to on the channel, especially now that we're starting to get some, it's starting to get out there in the mainstream. More and more people are going to get interested in looking at these photos. If you look at something and it looks like a perfect, a perfect capstone to a pyramid, you have to at least say, gosh, that's interesting. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Now, the people who are programmed just to say, which are a lot of people, I've come across them, all it is to them is rocks no matter what. Another little S symbol right there. We find a lot of S's everywhere we look on this planet. Um, but this right here looks more like part of a rock wall, and it just looks like happens that this little section ended up being right here. And this could be part of, honestly, this looks like part of this section down here. But anyways, guys, I hope you're having a good one. Just want to let you guys know I'm back. Hit this one up because it's definitely interesting. I mean, look at this piece right here. This looks like definitely some symmetry here. If you cut this piece right along the center here, you've got two pieces right there, a center nozzle. It's pretty interesting. Um, but like I said, as I was going, this came out, and it's definitely pretty awesome. Let me go through my, make it as big as I can here for you all, and then I'll put through my various ways I've got it made. What do you guys think below? Comment below, let me know. Much love to you. Glad to be back. Hopefully this didn't go too long. Only 8 minutes. Perfect. That's exactly what I do for my first one back. And as always, What's Up in the Sky 37. Go www.whatsupinthesky.com. My name is Will. I love you guys. Like I said, had a great time. It was good to be away for a little bit, but now we're back. We're going to be hitting space like it's out of control because we've got Sirius, the dwarf planet going on. All sorts of good stuff. New pictures that NASA put out from Vesta, a whole new program, all these new sols to hit, you name it. Also, more stuff coming in from the moon I've got coming up. So stay tuned, guys. What's up in the sky? Love you guys. Peace.